Have you ever gotten something that you really, really wanted? And when you finally get it, it just doesn't hit the same way that you thought it would. Almost like things aren't as exciting as it used to. And it's not like it's not there. It's just that you don't sit with it long enough to actually feel it. You're already looking for what's next before you really enjoy what you already have. And that's because the way our mind works is that we're not meant to experience everything all at once, all at the same time. Our brains need a little bit of contrast. It needs something to measure to. It needs something to actually compare against. Otherwise, you're not going to feel anything. And when let me give you an example for a minute. Like when you think about ultra wealthy people, and when I say ultra wealthy, I mean people in the 1% of the 1%. They have unlimited access to money, to luxury items, to trips, to cars, to sexual partners, like whatever you can humanly think of, they have access to it. And when they first experience it, when they first get it, it's exciting. Everything is novel, it's new. And then as time goes on, that same level, that rush of excitement they have, that tolerance increases because now it requires a little bit more effort to feel what they first felt when they first got it. It's almost like when people who do like drugs, for example, the first high that they get, it feels amazing. And then all of a sudden they start building a tolerance to the actual drug that they need to take more of it to feel that same high. And the thing is that with these ultra wealthy people, they are so bored that they feel the need to exert their power against people who are financially vulnerable, against people who are suffering. And you saw this happen with Anna Delvey when she was financially taking advantage and scamming people. You saw this happen with the Epstein files, where he was taking advantage of those young girls, those underage girls on his island. You saw this happen with Diddy and his lawsuits with Cassie and all the other women that accused him of assault. When you think about it, they do this all for what? All so that they can actually feel something. All for they can feel just anything. Now, I know for you watching, those examples may seem a little extreme and it's probably not something that you're doing. At least I hope you're not doing that. But you're probably doing a quieter version of it. You've probably noticed that things don't hit the same like it used to before. And this is the part that people don't really talk about, because when you really sit down and you really deep it for a minute, right? This shows up in our daily lives. It's not just rich people or ultra wealthy people that have this mental numbness. Even regular folks like you and I experience this exact same thing because we have unlimited resources with information, with social media, with technology, with news, with bad news. We have unlimited access to things that just keep our minds so overly stimulated that we're literally fried and we're literally numb. And now it takes a little bit more effort to feel something because your mind won't shut up. And there's actually like a reason for this. And I'm gonna nerd out a little bit, so bear with me. There's this thing called hedonic treadmill, or some people call it hedonic adaptation. And this is pretty much where as you get access to more things, more resources, your standard to what actually feels good goes up. And the simple things that used to hit doesn't hit the same anymore. So you keep chasing more to feel the same level of happiness, but emotionally, like you just stay the same and you stay flat. And this is exactly why you can have everything going for you. You can have everything great right in front of you, and yet you still feel nothing. And it's why you can't enjoy anything. It's why your mind can't even settle. And I'm not gonna lie, even I've been there too. Like I remember when I go to I don't do this anymore, but when I used to do like all-inclusive vacations, I've gone to Jamaica, I've gone to DR, I've gone to Mexico, I've done Cuba. And each and every single time, it was always for like a 7-day trip. It was a 7-day like all inclusive, where there would be accommodation was paid for, plane was included, unlimited food, unlimited drink. It was just the abundance of pure fun and pleasure, and just everything that can make somebody comfortable was just unlimited to you. And after getting like a long flight, and then you arrive at the resort, they give you champagne, they check you in, you start eating, you start drinking, you start dancing. Like, it is fun up until around day 3 or 4, if that's being generous. But like day 3 is when I'm like, okay, like what now? Like at some point I actually get bored. After 3 days in, I'm like, everything becomes so normal. The unlimited food, breakfast, lunch, dinner, it becomes so normal that it doesn't feel as exciting as it did the first day. Nothing is novel anymore. You're so overstimulated by the environment, by the half naked bodies you're seeing around you, that it just feels flat. Or another example was, maybe some of you watching have done online dating. I remember there was a point where I was on the apps. I was on Bumble when I was single. I was on Hinge. I think it was Hinge. I was on Badoo. Like, there were so many dating apps that I tried, and it's fun and it's cool, swiping right, swiping left, talking to a lot of people. Like, it's fun just trying to test the waters. It's fun getting to know people, up until there's so many options that your mind becomes numb to the whole swiping right and left. Like, you literally get analysis paralysis, where your brain is just like, whoa, like this is a lot, and you don't feel the same level of excitement like you did maybe when you first got the app, or when you were first newly single. And I remember when that happened to me, I literally had to delete everything, because I didn't care anymore. Like, when somebody would DM me and want to talk to me, like, I didn't care to want to engage and have that conversation. Like, everything just felt so mind numbing, because my brain was just fried. And what really helped me is that it's not like I needed something new, but it was that I just had too much. And when there's no boundaries or there's no guardrails, it's hard to find meaning, it's hard to find pleasure, it's hard to find real value. And that's why things don't hit the same for you either. And there were 2 things that I really did that helped me on this journey. And one of the first things that I had to start doing was having some type of guardrail and boundary in place, because I had to stop giving myself constant access to everything. And some people see like a guardrail as restrictive. They don't think there's nothing sexy about it. Like, they think like it's a way of kind of limiting and controlling them. And especially if you're someone that is maybe ultra wealthy, for example, right? Like, and you have access to unlimited everything. It's like, why should you have to put a boundary on certain things? Like, why restrict yourself when you have unlimited access, when you have unlimited resources to any and everything? Or even back to like that example I told you when I was at the resort, I paid to have unlimited free food and drinks and pleasure. So it's like, why should I have to restrict myself when I'm on vacation? Is this exact same mentality? And you really don't have to. You don't have to restrict yourself. You don't have to have those drinks. You don't have to do anything. But creating those moments where you have some type of guardrail, it lets your mind breathe. And having some type of boundary and guardrail in place, it's really a way of protecting yourself and also help you keep you in check. And you can look at it for, for example, people who are losing weight. No nutritionist is going to recommend them to eat candy, junk food for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. Otherwise, they're not going to see any results on the scale. Or just like people who are parents, like they're not going to tell their child that all they can have is candy, because, well, I guess you kind of could, like, nobody's going to stop you. Nobody's going to stop you if that's what you want to do. But at the end of the day, you might end up with rotten teeth. You might be lacking in some vitamins and some nutrients. You might have maybe early stages diabetes. You might lose some muscle mass. Like there's a lot of things that could happen. So you can take that route of saying fuck all, or you can have some type of boundary in place where you're going to prioritize eating healthy whole foods. You're going to prioritize having some type of eating the right amount of calories that you need for your body, having the right amount of protein, maybe having cheat meals once in a while to satisfy your craving. You're going to have some type of structure in place to keep you in check. And why it's important to stay in check is because when you have constant access to everything, you're just exposing yourself. And when you have that level of exposure, it might harm you. Too much exposure will end up harming you. Too much of anything isn't good to begin with. And when it comes to like your mental state of mind, one thing that I'm really big on is that I don't want to defile my mind with anything. I don't want to spoil my mind with just anything. And more people perhaps need to be mindful of what they're letting their minds consume. You don't want to spoil your mind with just any and everything. Otherwise, you'll go numb. And having more things is not making you feel better. It's just making you feel nothing. So that's why I had to change the way I thought about boundaries, the way I thought about guardrails. It was more of a way of protection instead of thinking that it was a way to restrict myself. Another thing that I also started doing that really helped, that maybe you can even try too, is really just letting things breathe. Like letting things just marinate. Like just letting things sit a little bit longer than usual. Because we're in such a fast-paced world. Everybody's always on to the next thing, on to the next trend, on to the next destination, on to the next spot, on to the next man, on to the next then the next party, onto the next vibe, onto the next everything is just onto the next. It's so bad that people find it really hard to slow down, take the things in, and just breathe. Even when like you're out and about and you experience something new, the first thing people want to do is pull out their phone and post it on social media. Like your camera phone, like your camera lens is experiencing more life than you are. Like, actually think about it for a minute. Your lens is literally seeing and experiencing more things than you are right now. And I know a lot of successful people in my life, a lot of successful even women that have it all together. They are intelligent, they are sharp, they have everything going for them. And they've accomplished so much that they find it really hard to really enjoy what they've accomplished and really look back and really take it in, because they're always chasing the next goal. They're always on to the next thing. They gotta check off the agenda or the schedule or their bucket list or whatever the case may be. So they never get to sit down and really enjoy the fruits of their labor. And for you, like, experiencing a similar thing, how you really let things sit is centralizing the environment you're in. And when I say centralizing, it comes from the word sensual, which is pretty much using the five senses to really describe or experience the environment you're in. So with the five senses, you're what you're seeing, what you're smelling, what you're tasting, what you're hearing, what you're touching. I even remember one of the most interesting experiences, and if you guys never had the opportunity to do this, I remember going to a blackout restaurant. It was called Au Noir. I remember going to a blackout restaurant, and pretty much what it is you are experiencing dining in the dark, essentially. And the host of the restaurant, even the waiters, everybody had a visual impairment, like they were blind. They couldn't see. So the whole point of this whole restaurant is so that you can experience what it's like to have one of your senses taken away and really just experience dining in total blackout. So I remember I went there with my mom, and the host came, a really cool guy. I remember he was tall black man with dreads, and he had his shades on, super charismatic. And meet myself, my mother, and everybody else that were there. Everybody was kind of nervous because, again, we've never experienced this before. But he was super you know welcoming and very, it made us feel at ease. So I remember when we were finally got into the cave, and I thought there would be like a little bit like, I don't know, candle, something that we can at least see, shadows. It was completely blacked out. Like there was no source of light. Like it was so blacked out that there was no point of even opening your eyes, because your pupils would be so dilated to the point where it was gonna hurt. So I'm sitting there, I'm touching everything. Once they directed us to our seats, I'm touching everything, trying to find my plate, trying to find my fork, trying to like find where my mom was sitting. Like it was a totally new experience. And I remember in that moment, I had to slow myself down. I had to pause and I had to breathe. And almost instantly, keep in mind, I said to close your eyes because, again, pupils are so dilated, everything's black, so you can't see anything. And almost instantly, the other four senses heightened. So because I couldn't see anything, I was relying on what was around me, what I was touching. I was more cognizant. I was so aware of the conversations that people were having around me, the different languages that I was hearing. Like I heard Mandarin, I heard people talking in my own native tongue in Yoruba. I heard French. Like people were talking there in different languages. Um, I remember I was so particular about the smell. Like I was smelling different perfumes, and when the food finally came, because I couldn't see what I was eating, I had to just rely on what I was smelling and what it tasted like to get a feel. Because I ordered like a mystery surprise, so I didn't know what it was, and I think it was like meatloaf or something, but and pasta. But I had to rely on the other four senses, and it was in that moment where you really are just grateful about something as small as being able to see. Like I've never been so grateful for eyesight. When I left that cave, when my mom and we left the restaurant, we were so thankful and had so much gratitude. And that's the whole point of centralizing your environment, making things feel new again, relearning how to enjoy these simple things of life. Now, if you really sit down and you look at everything, if you've been feeling a little bit numb lately, it's probably because you've been exposed with too much for too long, and you haven't had time to really sit down and let things breathe, haven't had time to have the proper guardrails in place, and haven't had time to really feel anything. But the moment you start giving it that space again, things become a lot more easier to cope with the resources and the unlimited access you do have. And those two things, like I said earlier, by having those boundaries and letting things breathe, those are things you can easily apply in your personal life, in your work life, in your relationship and dating life, and in all aspects of everything. Now, if you found a lot of clarity in this video, and you want to have more intimate conversations like this, first of all, join the community, join the Shh and Listen community, and watch the next video. This one is just for you. Until next time.